Captain, that way like that.
Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We'll be taking you around the world of sports this morning with some lovely stories on the show. Yes, from table tennis, football, and we'll also go straight to Europe, where it was March the 8th, the last day of action in the league phase of the Europa League. We saw some games on Tuesday, Wednesday for the UEFA Champions League, and last night it was the turn of the Europa League, the second tier competition of Europe club football in Europe. A lot of teams also, we have some big names in the Europa League who made it automatic qualification to the round of 16, and we'll be looking at those teams that have made it to the round of 16 and also the team that falls in between the playoff. And later on today, the playoff, the draws will be coming up, the Champions League draws for the round of 16 playoff and also that of Europa League, and you are sure to get it on our sports show. We'll be looking at those draws, fantastic draw. Yes, maybe, just maybe, Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern Munich might meet again at the playoff, and also look at the playoffs for the Europa League. We will be bringing you all of those playoff draws on our sports show. Definitely, it's going to be happening today. And also, there were games, continuation of match day 21 in the Nigerian Premier Football League action. It was an Oriental derby, one derby yesterday, and it was all square at the People's Elephant Stadium in Aba. We'll be looking at that. And also, for Victor Boniface, yes, that deal didn't go through. We'll also talk about that on the show. But quickly, let's start from the ping pong game, that is table tennis as it's called, where the Paralympians showcase their talent at the national championship. That is Thomas Okoya, that is games, the national championship of Molade Okoya Thomas, which was held at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. It was held at that particular hall in that is Molade Okoya Thomas Hall of Teslim Balogun Stadium in Lagos, where all as in some of the Paralympians demonstrated their skills and what they can do on the table tennis table, where they did so well. The likes of Isa Ogunkole and Olufemi Alabi showcased their talent, their exceptional skill at the 56th Molade Okoya Thomas National Table Tennis Championship. Yes, that hall at the Teslim Balogun Stadium was named after this particular man who did so well when it comes to table tennis. No wonder the family has kept on this particular event for years, and it's Wasi's Corner. It's a national event where it is also used to scout for talents, the next generation, when it comes to table tennis. And it was a good outing for Ogunkule. He was the only African that won a medal in the table tennis event at the 2024 Paralympic Games in Paris, France. He also did so well. He won his own game by 3-1, beating fellow Paralympian Bolawa Akingbemi in that particular event. First set, second set, he lost the second set, but the third set, he won the third set and the fourth set, beating his fellow Paralympian 3-1 in that particular game. So it's a good one, where at least we've seen all of the whole. When it comes to table tennis, you cannot take anything away from Nigeria. We are also holding our own in the sports itself. We know that the Chinese people owns this particular sport, the ping pong sport. It actually originated from that Asian side of the world. And yes, African, Nigeria, we have been doing our own. If you hear the name Segun Toriola, we also have our own Kuti Mati, who was also at the Teslim Balogun Stadium yesterday to actually watch some of these Paralympians play. So it's a good one for us, showcasing our talent when it comes to table tennis. Congratulations to all of the winners, all of the Paralympians that won at that particular event, the Molade Okoya Thomas National Championship, that is in the table tennis event. All right, let's leave that story quickly and we'll look at football. Yes, Rohr, former Super Eagles coach, has also thrown his own weight behind the newly appointed Super Eagles coach, that is Eric Chelle, coach Chelle, who Rohr is saying yes, we should just give him all his backing to succeed as a Super Eagles coach. That you can see Rohr on the screen. He's the coach of Benin Republic now after he was relieved of his duty from the Super Eagles position, but now he's with the Scurries, that is the Cheetahs of Benin Republic as they are called. Now he's saying yes, he's backing Eric Chelle to succeed as the new Super Eagles coach. What a way to go. All you just need to do is to support your colleague. They are colleagues as far as I'm concerned. So he's also speaking for his colleague, telling Nigerians just be patient. This man will come good and he will do well with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So let's see how far Eric Chelle will go. The match day 5 and 6 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup is upon us. It's just some we have a month in between because match day 5 and 6 is set for March 2025. So we'll be seeing the Super Eagles of Nigeria coming back to action after that draws on Monday, where the Super Eagles found themselves in Group C of the 2025 AFCON, where we'll have Tanzania, Uganda, Tunisia in that group alongside the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So his first assignment, serious assignment now, would be to qualify Nigeria for the FIFA 2026 World Cup. And then when the Nations Cup come calling, 21st of December, that is when the Nations Cup will start in Morocco. Will run through January of 2026 and everything will climax on the 18th of January 2026. So all through the festive period, New Year, we'll be witnessing the best of football action on the continent of Africa. So we are also looking forward to see Super Eagles going back to the final again, doing it back to back after they lost out to Cote d'Ivoire in the last edition. We witnessed that 2-1. It ended in favor of the Ivorians. So for Genetra, he's one coach who did so well with the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He normally qualifies the Super Eagles of Nigeria to World Cup. The two times we've been to the World Cup, he qualified us without a sweat, even having with some games to spare. So let's see how far we can go with Eric Chelle. All right, let's come back home now quickly and look at the Nigerian Premier Football League, continuation of match day 21. There were midweek games and games continued yesterday, and it was a fantastic outing for all of the games played. The good news is we now see more goals in the Nigerian Premier Football League, and teams can go away and get a point. Teams can, I think it's massive improvement, and we are seeing some of these games on national television. So it's the way forward. We keep improving and progressing. Definitely we will get there where Nigerian League will also be discussed among the Western people, just the way we talk about Man U, Chelsea, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and the likes. So we'll also be seeing talking about Enyimba, Enugu Rangers, Kano Pillars, Niger Tornadoes, Plateau, that is the Plateau State team, Plateau United and Doma United, Wiki Tories of Bauchi. All of these teams also will find them on the lists of the Western people. Like I said, there were games yesterday. Enyimba who had learned to draw in that game, 1-1, it ended. It was Oriental Derby as Niger Tornadoes getting their second win after beating Enugu Rangers on March the 20th away in that game, and they came back home in Mina and they got the job done. Let's quickly look at the results of those games that were played yesterday in the Nigerian Premier Football League, and we'll also look at the table. Yes, Remo Stars. Okay, my director is giving me the table first. Remo Stars is stopping after they won their own game of match day 21 with 42 points. Shooting Stars of Ibadan, they have 36 points. They are on the second position. Rivers United are third with 35 points. Academy Warriors are fourth with 32 points. We have Ikorodu City, who are fifth now with 31 points. 7 goal difference ahead of Enugu Rangers, who have the same point with them on the sixth. Niger Tornadoes are seventh with 30 points. Abia Warriors, Enyimba, and Kano Pillars occupying the 10th position with 28 points. The flip side of the table, quickly, let's look at the flip side of the table now, where Bayelsa United leads the other side with 27 points and -2 goal difference, followed by Kwara United with 26 points, Heartland FC of Owerri with 26 points, Katsina has 26 points, Sunshine Stars of Akure with 24 points on the 15th position, Plateau United at 16th with 23 points, Bengal Insurance at 17th with 22 points, Lobby Stars, Akwa United, and Nasarawa United remains at the bottom of the table after 21 matches with 19 points. So it's going to be battle at the top and at the bottom of the Nigerian Premier Football League. Well, if we can see the result, I think it will be better for us if we can have that result. But with the way things are, Enyimba and Heartland FC will played a 1-1 draw in that game at the People's Elephant Stadium in Aba. Yes, for the Nigerian Premier Football League, we have Katsina United beating Plateau United 1-0. Niger Tornadoes 2-1 against Kwara United. And this game, Rivers United, it was a Niger Delta derby between Rivers United and Bendel Insurance. It was 2-2. Bendel Insurance went ahead in that game before Rivers United leveled up teams, and it was firepower. It was all square for the Niger Delta teams. So these are the games for match day 21, and the match day 22 will be upon us this weekend. Probably we might be having the FA Cup, that is the oldest competition in the country, up and running. The draws have been made, and we'll be seeing teams also battling it out in the FA Cup. All right, let's leave the Nigerian Premier Football League and quickly head straight to Europe, where we have games that were played in the UEFA Europa League games last night. It is the league phase, just the way we are saying with the Champions League. Also in the Europa League, it's a league phase format. And yes, Manchester United is the only team that did not lose any game in the league phase for Europa League this season. They have the first 3 games was all draws, and they started getting some wins, and they remain the only team that did not lose any game so far going into the round of 16, and they qualified automatically for the round of 16 in the UEFA Europa League games. But despite that, Lazio tops the table of the UEFA Europa League games. They qualified automatically alongside Manchester United and then Tottenham Hotspur, who are fourth on the table. Let's look at the result quickly, if you can have the result. Now we have AS Roma beating Eintracht Frankfurt 2-0. Ajax defeated Galatasaray 2-1. Osimhen on the score sheet in that game, getting the only goal for Galatasaray. Anderlecht in a 7-goal thriller lost to Hoffenheim 4-3, and then Athletic Club beat Victoria Plzen 3-1. Dynamo Kiev beat ROFS 1-0. Midtjylland and Fenerbahce was 2-2 draw. FC20 Pep Besiktas 1-0. FCSB lost to Manchester United. Diego Dalot and Kobe Mainoo getting the goals for Manchester United 2-0 in favor of Manchester United against FCSB. Ferencváros in a 7-goal thriller also, they defeated AZ Alkmaar 4-3. Lyon and Ludogorets Razgrad ended on a 1-1 draw. Let's look at the other side of the result. We have Maccabi Tel Aviv. They lost to FC Porto 1-0. Nice and Bodongli played a 1-1 draw. Olympiacos 3-0 against Qarabağ. They defeated Qarabağ FK 3-0. Rangers beat Union St. Gilloise 2-1. Real Sociedad 2-0 against PAOK FC Salonika of Greece. We have SC Braga of Portugal beating Lazio. Despite Lazio lost that game, they still remain at the top of the table. 1-0 in that game in favor of Braga. Slava Prague and Malmo FF played a 2-2 draw. Tottenham Hotspur 3-0 against Elfsborg in that particular game. Let's have the complete the remaining results of the Europa League games. The remaining result. If we can have that definitely before we look at the table. It was quite some interesting game. Okay, let's look at the table quickly. Let's look at the table now, where we'll look at the table, how teams are standing at the table. We have Lazio topping the table of the Europa League, with Athletic Club following with 19 points. Manchester United are third with 18 points. Tottenham are fourth with 17 points. Eintracht Frankfurt are fifth with 16 points. Lyon are sixth with 15 points. Olympiacos are seventh with 15 points. We have Rangers eighth with 14 points. Bodø Glimt are ninth with 14 points, and Anderlecht are 10th with 14 points. Now, from number 1 to 8 qualifies automatically to the round of 16. From Bodø Glimt, now pay close attention from Bodø Glimt to number 24 will go for the playoff. We have let's look at the flip side of the table now and see those teams who have qualified for playoff. We have FCSB who also battling out in the playoff. Ajax, who defeated Galatasaray, will play in the playoff with 13 points. Real Sociedad at 13 with 13 points. Galatasaray at 14 with 13 points. AS Roma with 12 points on the 15th position. Victoria Pleasant at 16 with 12 points. We have Ferencváros 17th with 12 points. We have FC Porto on the 18th position with 11 points. AZ Alkmaar at 19th with 11 points. And then we have FC Midtjylland of Norway with 11 points on the 20th position. Now let's look at the other side of the table again. Let's see the remaining 4 teams who have made it to the playoff. We have Yunus and Gilose on the 21st position with 11 points. POKFC with 10 points, 22 position. FC 20 with 10 points and -1 goal difference on the 23rd position. And Fenerbahce occupies the last spot with 10 points on the 24th position. From SC Braga, Esbjerg, Hoffen, Besiktas, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Slava Prague, the last side of the table now. Let's look at the last side of the table now. Malmo FF, RFS, Ludogorets Razgrad, Dynamo Kiev, Nice, and Qarabağ FK. All of these teams crashed out of Europe competition completely. So you know the top teams now, the top teams that qualify automatically: Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur. We have Lazio in there. We have Athletic Club. All of these 4 teams, Rangers Rangers, that is Rangers of Scotland. All of these teams qualified for the round of 16 automatically. Like I said, the playoff draws will be coming up today, and definitely you are going to be getting it on our sports show. All right, let's quickly look at these transfers before we go away from the show this morning. Victor Boniface rejoins Bayer Leverkusen training after failed Saudi transfer. Yes, for Al-Nassr, where CR7 is playing alongside Sadio Mane. Yes, they favor John Duran of Aston Villa ahead of Victor Boniface. Now he's back to training, and for Xabi Alonso, he welcomed him back with an open arms, and definitely we might be seeing him in action this weekend for the Wexef, as they are called. That is their nickname, Bayer Leverkusen, in the German Bundesliga. So for Victor Boniface, well, it's a good one. He has a new contract, a bumper contract with them, at least improved pay and what have you. Now, definitely that Al-Nassr move didn't go through. The guy will remain in Europe and continue to enjoy his football with Bayer Leverkusen. And then Aston Villa, the last one on the show this morning. Aston Villa in talks with Villarreal to sign defender Joan Fort. Yes, Aston Villa is also trying to beef up their team as they have qualified for the playoff of the UEFA Champions League. Definitely, they will need the players they can get right now to strengthen the team, because you'll be playing in the league, you'll be playing the Champions League, and you'll be playing some cup games. So I think it's a good one for Aston Villa to get the kind of players they need. And for Unai Emery, it's actually a fantastic manager with Aston Villa doing good things for that team. All right, this is where we'll be leaving it on the show 360 Sports this morning. We will not just leave, we will leave you with some highlights, some Nigerian club football highlights, so that you can just enjoy watching goals at its best, artistry from our own NPFL player. Our women's league is on also. We'll catch some glimpse of action of the NWFL. That is it on the program 360 Sports. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. Say thanks for watching.
Jadi falling behind her opponent. Good play here for Janet. Ani swinger. Oh, header. And it is a goal. Goodness me. Oh, well. Nasarawa Amazons FC have taken the lead.